Mic check, mic check, mic check. Hello, hello, hello. Do I sound all right? Thank y'all for patiently waiting. Had a little. Oh. Damn. Had a little situation, but we're clearing up. We're getting there. Camera coming on. Kurt the Falconer, Miss Nisa. Hope everybody's doing alright. Hope everybody's feeling good. Let's turn this off real quick. You know what I'm saying? Cause
it get dangerous.
You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, it does tend to get dangerous. Big Kev, how you feeling? Intel Plays, what's good? Why you got a podcast? Hey, why you got a podcast in your hand? That's a great reference right there. Anytime you see Emmanuel Acho, anytime you see an Emmanuel Acho clip, I want you to comment down below why you got a podcast in your hand. I need that answer, dog. Today was a fun day. Today there was a lot going on. Shedeur side, Brown side, draft side, strong side. Shout out, Remember the Titans. Great movie. Do the kids still watch Remember the Titans? Dan Orlovsky, known propagandist. And look, man, we love Dan Orlovsky, right? He's a nice guy. But he do be saying some crazy stuff. You know it's bad, Dan. You know it's bad when even Pat McAfee was cooking him. They was calling out his Asian connections. Basically, he's saying that Ty Simpson is now better than Fernando Mendoza. Look. I don't think Fernando Mendoza is generational or anything. But we're trying to pretend like we moving the goalposts. Y'all know how that go. Y'all know how that go, right? So we gotta talk about Dan, old Dano. Kevin Stefanski got some updates on the Falcons. We're gonna check them out too. Some funny stuff, some good stuff, some not so good stuff. Mansour Delane, he's a dog. He's a beast. He's a problem. Mr. Echo. How we doing, man? My ENT. Detroit Love. S.O. Gainey, what's happening? Kurt the Falconer. I appreciate everybody being out here showing up. But as we were, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Tony Grossi is going. Tony Grossi went full in on Shedeur, man. He's a Shedeur guy now. So I think that was interesting. And then we were supposed to talk about Oscar Delp, so we got to talk about Oscar Delp today. Do y'all want to? We got to start with Dan, right? I want to start with Dan Orlovsky because this is some egregious stuff. Like these are next level lies. Let me check something. Let me see. Just making sure. Had to make sure everything was all right. Had to make sure everything was okay. Had to make sure everything was cool. Had to make sure this is the most important one though. Oh, it's not playing. Hold up. There you go. Man, it takes you back. So, Dan Orlovsky, he gonna get that work first. Then we got Shedeur Sanders, right? We gonna talk about how he's converted Mr. Tony Grossi, and then we gonna get into the players. We got Oscar the Big Bad Dog Delp. We've got Jordan Seatin updates. We got a lot cooking up, man. It's a beautiful time. Hey, Black Ops 1 music. All right, let's get it. Let's get the game right, all right? Let's not get the game messed up. But now, we have to attack Mr. Dano. We got to do it. I don't know why this was so low. Anyway, we ain't gonna mess with these ESPN either. We don't want to. Hey, come on, man. We got it. National Pivot Day. Joshua Richardson said Intel Plays. Come on, you know I'm a big. Come on now. Curlton the Falconer says Grossi just riding away. He just feeling it right now. K Gemma, how we feeling? How you living? Let's go. We gotta start with Dan Orlovsky. Dan is hating on another player. That's the crazy thing. And he got cooked across the world. But we gonna talk about our guy 12. Don't you worry. He got called out again. Yeah, man. Even it's bad. It's real bad when you got, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Tyler Wallace. We talked about signing Tyler Wallace when they announced they officially announced it today. So that did happen. The Browns officially signed Tyler Wallace. They officially signed Sam Kamara as well, defensive tackle from the 49ers, if I'm correct as well. They've officially announced that. So that's the Browns update. Again, we are going to talk about Tony Grossi, Browns media, biggest Shedeur hater, converting back to being a Shedeur lover, Oscar Delp, all types of good stuff. But I need to start with Dan Orlovsky because we've been telling y'all about Dan Orlovsky, right? You know what I mean? What a week. First, Emmanuel Acho gets completely exposed for just being Mr. Echo, right? And now you got Dan Orlovsky. He's just a hot take artist. Look, Emmanuel Acho, Dan Orlovsky, they're one and the same, right? That's crazy. That's too much. They're not wanting to say it. They're not wanting to say it. They won't want to say it. But Emmanuel Acho got cooked all week for terrible takes, and now it's Dan Orlovsky's turn to get cooked for terrible takes. The quarterback most known for running out the back of the end zone is now coming to tell you, yes, you, the man that won a national championship, the man that went and took Indiana, of all teams, Indiana, to a national championship. He won no big games, apparently. He apparently, to Dan Orlovsky, he thinks Ty Simpson is the best quarterback in this class. Yes, the man who's only started 16 total games. Yes, the man that was ended his season getting benched because he fumbled the ball to a 5'9" cornerback. Yes, Mr. Ty Simpson in Alabama for 4 years, total of 16 starts. It typically doesn't bring positive things, right? And Miss Marie in the chat had a beautiful thing to say. As soon as Dan said this, people started bringing this out. And remember, because I got the receipts now, right? When Dan Orlovsky was talking about, hey, you know who would be perfect? Do you know who would be perfect for the Giants? Kevin Stefanski. He said that before Kevin Stefanski even got fired. Apparently, he knew so well that he was connecting the dots. Guess what? Guess where the agency connection comes from. And it don't stop there, because now Ty Simpson, former Alabama Crimson Tide quarterback, same agency as Dan Orlovsky, which is the same agency as Kevin Stefanski, which is the same agency as Mr. Ty Simpson, Mr. Mike Tannenbaum, who right after he tweeted this out, right? Dan was getting cooked. Mike Tannenbaum had to say, hey, I'm talking to people and I'm hearing the same thing. Look, no disrespect to Ty Simpson, right? But y'all are disrespecting Fernando Mendoza. CAA. Is this a coincidence, right? I thought maybe it's a coincidence, but I want you to know it gets more egregious, because you can have the opinion that, hey, you prefer Ty Simpson, but watch how Dan Orlovsky tries to tear down Fernando Mendoza, of all people, the Heisman national champion. He don't believe in him, and he thinks Ty Simpson was bigger in bigger games. Let's hear it.
We boots on the ground saw Fernando through the biggest games, and it's just like everything about him just screams.
What biggest games, Pat?
Huh?
What biggest games?
The college football playoffs.
Now you're playing possum.
No, you're right. Those SEC games are bigger than the fucking playoff games, Dan.
Am I allowed to ask questions and have an opinion
They
as well?
played each other head to head.
Okay,
actually.
Dan, do you just have so the college football playoffs, a big mockery, a scam, doesn't mean anything. These games just don't matter. Like, what do you mean? What are the biggest games? They have a full fucking committee. They have billions of dollars in TV rights for what the biggest games are.
Okay, and so no, I'm aware of that, dude. Like, you guys. Okay, so in the biggest games. So the college football playoffs started, and they played opening.
Well, you can start at a Big Ten championship, I guess. You can say Big Ten.
Okay, Big Ten championship. Okay, Big Ten championship. In that game, they're down 13-6 going into the fourth quarter. Indiana.
And then what?
Boom.
So do they win that game?
And then what, brother?
Yes, but
we're talking about all the moments. You're talking about traits. It's like, okay, how about 2nd and 17?
6 points through the first 3 quarters. People.
Ohio State's defense is a historic defense. Like, what are we even talking about?
People crucified Arch Manning for doing that on the road.
Crucified Arch Manning. Arch Manning's not a part of this conversation.
Well, if you go by that too, like Indiana beat Alabama 38-0. I mean, it's
Okay, so we're just picking and choosing.
No. You guys aren't hearing
And this
what
is
I'm
why
saying.
people say you're getting paid to do this. You know what I mean, Dan?
No, because I'm giving you factual information, not opinion. They had 6 points through the first 3 quarters in the Big Ten title game.
Against Ohio
That's
State,
fact.
look up who their defense is. Look up what that
I'm
defense. That's like one of the
aware
greatest
their
defenses in the
defense-
history of
but
football. And then what did he do?
Defense.
Then what did he do, Dan?
You got to
biggest
see
moment.
Dan.
And what did he do, Dan?
The biggest court.
Charlie Becker.
He threw I think he threw the post to start
Look
the
at
second
him.
half, which is a
Look at
great
him.
throw and a great
He's
recognition.
scrambling.
In a huge
And
moment
then-
after getting beat, so mental toughness is there, and then obviously being able to take a shot. He cracked his rib on the first play. I mean, there's just like, because then you're going to hold injuries on the other side. It's like, well, how about first play, a Big Ten championship guy gets this, and then takes 2
My
plays
guy,
off.
Arch.
Wow, I just got cracked. No pause, he said on our show. And then he jogs back out there. It's like, is that not a trait? I don't know. You tell me.
Of course it's a trait. No one's questioning if he's a tough guy or a good player.
So he's scrambling and scraping, and I think this is a funny week, right? This is a real funny week when things that certain fan bases, right? Fake football fans, right? Because apparently you can't be a fan of Shedeur, you can't be a fan of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, right? According to Jason Lloyd, if you're a fan of Hall of Fame cornerback Deion Sanders and or Shedeur Sanders, the professional football player, you're not a football fan. So remember that as non-football fans, when Dan Orlovsky was showing his ass and talking about Kevin Stefanski is the perfect place, right? Propping up Kevin Stefanski every turn. And I can go back to 2023 of him talking positive and putting Kevin Stefanski and this is not even a slight towards Kevin Stefanski. This is an acknowledgement of Dan Orlovsky's a company man. At least it looks that way. You got Pat McAfee and the boys pushing back against you. Like this is a little different. And credit to Pat McAfee, I think he does a good job typically pushing back on some of these narratives and stuff like that. He has I love the crew. The crew's always not only opinionated, but they all have their stats that they bring and they have different stuff. So like trying to get one over on Pat McAfee, I thought that was a bold idea. But again, the nastiness. It's one thing to prop up Kevin Stefanski. It's one thing to prop up a mid coach that probably gets a little too much. He's been exposed. He's not calling plays anymore. Look, that's what the NFL players are saying. That's not what I'm saying, right? That's one thing. It's a completely other thing to take Fernando Mendoza and shrink what he has done, right? Like let's not do that. We don't have to get in this pissing contest where because you like Ty Simpson's tape for 7 weeks, so 7 of the 16 starts in his entire collegiate football career, we're basing that off of taking Fernando Mendoza down. Now, Ty Simpson's got talent. I like Ty Simpson. But again, this is what the draft is. I told y'all this last year. Go back. I told you at the beginning of this, as soon as the season ends, we get into the pissing conversation of the draft. We saw what they did with 12, and don't worry, if you're watching this on live stream, we're going to address that too. Y'all, if most of y'all who watch my channel, y'all know what they did to Shedeur. Von Miller addressed the stuff that they did to Shedeur. We covered Mekhi Lemon, did we not? Now, phantomly, Ty Simpson is rising up. Man, we don't learn nothing from Anthony Richardson. We don't learn nothing from previous quarterbacks that have a very low threshold of starts. If we're talking about, hey, Ty Simpson's a talented guy that's gonna have a great ceiling and he has the tools to really excel in the NFL, I'm agreeing with you every single time. I rocks with Ty Simpson, right? But when we start talking about specifically big games, right? The biggest stages for Fernando Mendoza, number 1, Ohio State, one of the most, again, a generational defense. They're going to have defensive players. They're going to have a safety and 2 linebackers go in the top 5, potentially top 10, potentially top 5 picks. That's the type of defense we're talking about with Ohio State. Alabama, then you have Oregon, number 10 Miami with 2 first-round edge players. 32 points per game, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. Look, we can talk about, hey, Fernando Mendoza might not be elite, and I see that conversation. Look, we can have that all day, every day, twice on Tuesday. But when you talk about big games to a guy that won the Heisman, a guy that won the national championship, like I don't get where we're coming. Do you see these dots, son? So let's ease up. You know what I'm saying? Let's ease up. Yeah, man, you got to feel bad for Tyson. You got to feel bad when the agent speak starts getting into it. Because here's my theory, right? I do think Dan Orlovsky's a company man, a useful idiot. He's being used to put certain players in certain conversations that they probably don't need to be in, right? And again, I don't want to disrespect Ty Simpson. That's not what we're here to do. I'm done with that. I'm not even, you know what I mean? Some of y'all get mad when I say positive things about Dylan Gabriel, because that's what we doing. 26 is positive. I don't care. That's how we rocking. You got a problem with positivity, have a blessed day. You feel what I'm saying? Because he gets busy. We gonna show you some throws. I'm going to show you some things to say, hey, man, this guy's great. This guy's great. But remember the long track. November 12th, 2025. See, I tell y'all this all the time, right? And what I tell y'all is when a narrative is going to be built, right? It's important that you lay the seeds. You lay the foundational seeds. November 12th, 2025, Dan Orlovsky joined 92.3 The Fan to continue his campaign for Kevin Stefanski despite the Browns' 5-21 record over the last 2 seasons. This doesn't mean he has to stay in Cleveland. You need the type of quarterback that fits his scheme the best. If Ty Simpson is available, he's the perfect stylistic quarterback for Kevin. I'm not trying to notice too many things here. I'm not saying Ty Simpson can't be a guy, but is it not such a coincidence that the same man that since 2024, again, August 2024, this is right before Kevin Stefanski goes on to win 3 games in the season. Dan Orlovsky's talking about the 2-time coach of the year. Arguments that have, hey, we hear that a lot, huh? We hear that a lot. So you want me to believe in, look, man, things are possible. I'm not saying Dan Orlovsky is a terrible, awful human. We're not here to say that. We're not, because apparently these days criticism means that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you have the same agency as the man that you linked to the Giants November 10th, you linked to Ty Simpson on November 12th, and also you took up for Kevin Stefanski August. These are some terrible arrows. I'm sorry. These arrows. These arrows. Hey, yo, what the fuck? But what I'm trying to say is, if you can do all of that, and now you're saying Ty Simpson with Fernando Mendoza being the consensus, and this is what happens. I don't want to talk about it too much because they're gonna get mad. But there was a certain quarterback. There's a certain quarterback that no football was played. No football has been played, guys. And all of a sudden, oh, well, I mean, Ty Simpson and they're neck and neck. Fernando Mendoza, what big games? He just won the national championship. He just won a national championship, and Dan's talking about what big games. Y'all have the same agency. You've been speaking and linking Stefanski to Ty Simpson this entire time, and of course we're going to look at you sideways. Dan, it sounds fishy. It really does. So, hey, comment down below what you think. If you're in the live chat, you let me know if you think Dan Orlovsky is a paid man or if he's just doing right by his agent mates. Look, I'm not going to confirm or deny. What I will say, as someone in the media, hey, it's probably not, that's not a good look. That's what I will tell you, right? What I'm going to tell you is, you know, hey, Dan, if you really just believe that, okay. I'm going to say, okay, I can't tell Dan that he's lying. What I'm going to tell you, Dan, is when people start connecting the dots and connecting the receipts, you know what I mean? It don't slice like that. You feel what I'm saying? But let's talk about Ty Simpson. I want to give Ty Simpson fair criticism at the same time giving him some praise, right? To start this off, we have to remember that Ty Simpson was beat to hell at the end of the season. One of the biggest conversations in a previous draft, again,
It get dangerous
when we start talking about that type of stuff. You feel me? In a previous draft, a certain, sets of quarterbacks were dinged for athletic measurables, right? Not having the right quarterback measurables. We're talking about a 6'1" guy, decent, not elite quarterback measurables. 9 3/8 hand, good. 6 point, hey, good. This is good stuff. This is a good situation, not elite, right? I thought not having elite traits. Now Ty Simpson can wiggle too. Ty Simpson's got some legs under him. He can do that. But my goodness, can we talk about durability? Right? The man had a cracked rib from D'Angelo Pons. Now, I called him a 5'9" quarterback because he is a 5'9" cornerback, right? A 5'9" cornerback helped break the rib and cause a major fumble in which Ty Simpson did not return in the Crimson Tide's 38-3 loss in the college football playoff. We have to remember that happened. We have to remember that at the end of the season, Ty Simpson was beat up and bruised. This was the first year that he started a full season. Forget about the conversation of, can he or the talent and XYZ. Dog, I'm afraid if Ty Simpson... Are you going to start Ty Simpson year one? And when it comes out to it, right? Let's go through all the injuries that he finished. Lower back injury versus South Carolina. Apparently it impacted him for the rest of the season. He had gastritis, the anti-inflammatory for his lower back. Elbow burst tight. What? His elbow exploded. His elbow burst. It just exploded apparently. Broken rib versus Indiana. So there are some people who might look at that and be like, if measurables matter. I thought measurables mattered. I thought physical traits matter. I'm looking at a 6'1" quarterback with not elite size, right? With not elite, girthage and tonnage. Shout out to my guy Skip Bayless. And somebody who in his first year starting a full, SEC schedule or not, I'm a big Arch guy. I'm an SEC biased guy. You start your first full year in the SEC and you can't make it through the playoffs because your rib gets broken. That's not be negative towards him, right? That's what's happening. That if the conversation is about, hey, measurables and XYZ and being able toughness, Fernando Mendoza was ping-ponging off of future first-round edges into a touchdown. You can say what you want to say about Mendoza because a lot of people have been trying to undercut him too. I don't like none of that. I don't like what they did with 12. I don't like what they're trying to do with Mendoza. I don't like what they're trying to do with Ty Simpson. I want y'all to know this don't just stop. It don't just stop with 12. They gonna keep doing it, and it happened before 12. I remember Larry Tunsil in that gas mask photo just happened to come out on draft day. Mekhi Lemon has bad interviews. When's the last time you heard about a wide receiver's interviews? That's how what are we talking about right now? Y'all know what they trying to do. And just to point out, right? And I'm no predictor, but Dan Orlovsky has said that Zach Wilson was elite. Okay, he has said that Mac Jones would win a Super Bowl with the Patriots. He did say Stroud was a terrible quarterback. Now, some people would argue. And then, obviously, heavy criticism of Josh Allen, which I got to agree with, right? I got to agree with that. Maybe he's just being a little bit pedantic. But he even addresses, I do want to, this is funny. He straight up addresses what's it called? The CAA affiliation. He said there's no ulterior motive behind the Ty Simpson push, and that's good. That's all right. What I do want to show you is that Ty Simpson does play football good, right? I want to get that corrected, right? Let's get y'all want to watch a little film or what? You feel me? Y'all down for that? Boom. Boom. Hold up. What y'all saying in the chat? I got the video paused. Them boys gonna demolish him. They matter when you thank you, Dion, for installing the blueprint of your son. Okay. Let me set these videos up and we're gonna watch. And what we're gonna watch here is some elite balls from Ty Simpson, because in all of this, right, what I don't want to do is talk anybody down. You know what I mean? All right, can I pause this, please? I don't want to get to the point where we think that the answer to, because, you know, our guy might have gotten an unfair shake. I point that out because a lot of guys get unfair shakes. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's always something. There's always a way for them to pull the okie doke on these people, and then they're gonna continue to do that. And a lot of that has to do with, you know, what they believe. You know, maybe some people believe is their own personal interest. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, wide receivers are supposed to be divas, but apparently with Mekhi Lemon, that's not a thing. Odd. It's interesting. It's real deal interesting, right? So let's talk about it, because Ty Simpson, he can play some foosball. Like I said, he gets real busy. 3rd and 4 against your rivals in Auburn, at Auburn. I mean, drifting backwards, man. Off of his back foot. Look, the kid's athletic. The kid's spry. And I don't know if y'all know, but this is an extremely hard throw to make with his feet even like this, right? Obviously, you try to step into the throw. So this ball is a lot of upper body strength. It's basically off platform, right? This is an impressive throw. While you're getting sandwiched, give your guy a chance. Ty Simpson can ball. I don't want that getting lost in translation. I don't want the crazy unfair propping up of Dan Orlovsky, right? I don't want that taken away and making Ty Simpson the villain, because we've seen what they do to 12. We've seen what they do to Mekhi Lemon. We've seen what they've done to these players, and they put them in these situations, right? And I want you to watch, because Ty Simpson can't ball now. But we're talking about a man whose elbow just exploded, right? At the same time. Maybe he doesn't need to go at pick 2, right? Maybe he's got amazing talent, right? And maybe he can do great things. And I think Ty Simpson can be that dude. Hey, but even people in my chat say Ty Simpson is perfect for this. And you know what I do want to say? I think that Ty Simpson can end up being a better quarterback than Fernando Mendoza. I'm all about it. He's got some time. He can. I don't know if I'm showing you he's a hooper, right? Look at him in the face of adversity. He don't care. I'm slinging that iron on the edge right there. Great catch, Bernard. So I think he's got the talent to go there. But we're talking about right now. Give me 6'5", 240 Fernando Mendoza. I don't know if Ty Simpson can get through training camp the way he's been beat up right now. Let him beef up. How about let's not rush these young quarterbacks? How about let's not throw them in the fire? How about a team draft Ty Simpson at a reasonable place, even late in the first? All right, I get it. I feel you. I'm all about it. But if unless the Raiders are gonna go up and draft Ty Simpson, right? Whoever drafts him needs to take your time. Needs to identify the great talent you have. Needs to understand that you need to build your offensive line, because he struggled when the Alabama offensive line started to fall off a cliff late in the season, right? There's a reason why people only like a portion of his starts. We need to address that. We need to identify that. We need to know that. Let's not put these kids in bad spots, Dano, come on, man. I believe in you. Don't put our guys in bad spots. Ty Simpson is talented. If you like this video, go ahead and like it. Dislike if you don't. Subscribe to like football content. We'll see you next time. Peace. We had to talk about. Yeah, I'm hoping that but you know, if you're talking about somebody better than Fernando Mendoza, if he's better than Fernando Mendoza, he has to start week 1. You feel what I'm saying? If that's the conversation we're having, then that's what needs to be made. You feel what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is. This is going to be very interesting. This is very interesting. I want to go through this because I think this is perfect timing for lack of a better. You feel what I'm saying? I think it's perfect timing for lack of a better word. But, Shedeur has converted one of the biggest haters, man. You feel me? I don't think he needs to go in the first, if you ask me. He doesn't need to go in the first for sure. We're quarterbacks. Ty is just like everyone else that has played football their whole life. If given time, what he has shown in the world, nothing more, nothing less. That's what I'm talking about. Give these guys time. Stop trying to rush these young players. You feel me? Being able to layer a throw like that with a collapsing pocket, taking a sack is insane. 12 did the same thing for most of his big throws, and that's what. Come on now, and I'm rocking with Ty Simpson. But why is it cool to point out that Ty Simpson does that? But when you talk about 12 taking all them hits, go back and watch that Kansas game. Go back and watch Utah. Go back and watch what type of throws he. Forget that. How about the NFL where he did it at the goal line with people crashing down on him? Shaking off Jeffrey Simmons. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like at this same time they pick somebody in Shedeur, and that's what we're finding out. The clicks and the views come from tearing these people down. So they're gonna try it with Mendoza. Let's hot take it out there, right? Let's get this hot take out, and you know what I'm saying, we can worry about the backlash later. Who cares if our arguments don't have anything to stand on? You feel what I mean? And that's where it gets real. So that's where it gets real nasty for me. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about this situation, right? I think hell might have frozen over. Because hold up. Hey, 2, not 12. I'm sorry, 2, not 12. But potentially, that's what the word on the street is. That's what the word on the street is. What's going on, Leanne? I'm not sure if I said hey, what's up to you. But I hope everybody's doing all right. But let's get into this because we got to talk about this, man. We got to talk about it, man. I never thought I'd see the day. Tony Grossi is a Shedeur Sanders guy. He's a 12. Hold up. He's a 2 guy. Okay. This is what Tony Grossi had to say recently.
I've turned the corner on Shedeur. I think he deserves every chance to be the guy, and it's just a matter of how he performs.
What is the scenario where he doesn't play 12 games? Like
Watson takes the job and runs
with
it.
What?
Like, I wouldn't be shocked if we go to OTAs and Dylan Gabriel's the backup to Shedeur Sanders. I wouldn't be shocked by that. And Watson would be 3rd on that list. Would you?
Not in April, I wouldn't.
Right.
But not in July.
Would you be shocked? Would you be shocked if Deshaun Watson is the starting quarterback? Who we don't know who they're opening with. In week 1.
Start the season?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked, but I agree with Riz that it's more logical to start with Shedeur with Watson.
What an indictment that would be on Shedeur if Watson is your day one starter.
Listen, if he doesn't beat him out, that's what you're looking at.
So, look, I think it's a crazy time when even Tony Grossi apparently, you know what I'm saying, it is now putting it out there to say, hey man, maybe Shedeur does deserve an opportunity. This is such a crazy week. This is such a crazy week. I mean, the things that people were saying were insane to say 6 months ago. Hey, I think Shedeur has talent. I think we saw flashes that, hey, once he takes the next steps, that it can be good. All of that was you're crazy, you're a cultist, you're this, you're a glazer. And now the biggest Shedeur Sanders hater, because I'm not letting y'all forget. Hey, can we shout out Jack Eye? Yo, if you rock with Shedeur, if you rock with Dion content, Jack Eye he helps me put these receipts together. I need to make sure we shout him out. Great Twitter if you rock with them. But it can't be forgotten. I don't like when people got too short a memory. You know what I'm saying?
He never met a camera he didn't like. And it just seems like being out of the limelight right now as QB3 on a Cleveland Browns team struggling to score points, he's really missing the viral moments. I laugh about it because I don't take him too seriously anymore. After that Rams game, I need evidence that he could play. All the pro Shedeur fans, and they're passionate about their favorite player, they think something like that is going on. They cannot believe there are players on the team at his position that are better than him, okay? They just won't accept it. They don't believe it. They're just like his dad. He doesn't believe Flacco and Gabriel can play better than his son.
Hey, I want y'all to remember, please, as much as Tony Grossi might have changed his ways, and he's a two guy now, right? Of course, Josh. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. I'm not. And look. Shout out to Intel Plays too in the live chat. I'm not saying we need to grill Tony Grossi. I'm not saying Tony Grossi's a terrible. That's not what we're saying. I'm just saying. Remember. People get real wishy-washy. People only want to support when it's cool to support. When it's not cool to support, when it's a problem, when it's not convenient to them, hey, they out of there. They couldn't care less. You feel me? Hold on. Oh, 1 second. I gotta do something. Gosh dang it. Sorry, my computer is. Sorry, I got two computers. One of them messed up. One second. I gotta. Yeah, feel me? Make sure this is actually on. I think we're good. Boom, 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 boom. All right, cool. Sorry about that. So I just, watch for the flip-floppers. Watch for the people who swore up and down that the people who might have believed in a guy who threw for around 4,000 yards, player of the year, yada, yada, yada. Like, I guess there's not a lot of reason to, talk about that stuff. Now, here's the interesting thing, and this is where I talk about memory, right? Because if you're watching my channel, you were there, right? You were there when the rumors came out about Shedeur. You were there when they tried to say specifically, right? What did they specifically say? Off the field issues, character concerns. Remember when all the people who saw him fall into the draft, they painted him as this terrible nepo baby who was awful, and he's a terrible, awful person. But now we're hearing, right, from Kaplan NFL, right? I want to make sure I get his actual name, because Adam Kaplan, NFL insider, right? Adam Kaplan, NFL insider, right? He comes on the 92.3, the Fan Show, and now he's starting to bring up something very specific. We're gonna listen to this. 1 second.
Do you believe that Shedeur has a chance to get this right, or are we just kicking the can down the road until 2027?
All right, so here's the way that they think about it, based on my conversations with people around the Browns, and also coaches who know what's going on there. Look, there was this belief in coaching circles that if you want to work with the Browns, you've got to at least believe that Shedeur Sanders will be a factor in the quarterback position. Nobody's handing him the job, to be clear, but there was this belief that, look, there's talent with this guy. There's no doubt about it. As a matter of fact, I strongly believe, had there not been concerns with his character, he would not have gotten out of the third round. He's a drop back quarterback. He's not a runner. He could scramble. He's not a runner. There's a lot of talent with this guy. The question is he committed to being it? Is he talented? Is he committed to being and developing his talent? That was the issue coming to the draft. That's why he dropped to the fifth round, which definitely was surprising. I'll admit it. I thought he'd go earlier, but based on the teams I spoke with, who interviewed him, who talked to him before the draft, I mean, you could see why he dropped. Now, that was then. This is now. He's got a wonderful chance to be their quarterback of the future. I'm very interested to see what Andrew Berry does with all this draft capital. He set them up pretty well. As I mentioned, 3 picks in the top 39. They've got a 3. They've got a 4, 2 5s, a 6, and a 7. But quarterback, guys, is not the only position. They have very little depth on this football team. They haven't been very aggressive. Other than they're rebuilding their offensive line. Potentially, they're going to have 5 new starters. Certainly, going to have 4. The question is what they do with DeJuan Jones, who's spent 3 years on injury reserve. They got to figure out the left tackle position. But to move this forward here, guys, they've got a lot of questions. There's no.
So I want you to remember, right? And because look, Some people call it collusion. Some people call it this. Some people call it XYZ. I just think it's interesting, and I'm going to let this other video play, but just a small comment. Remember how the conversation has evolved. Remember that.
Since he's been here, I got to defend him. He has been so likable. He's been out in the community. He seems to be a guy putting in all the work from everything we've heard. What were you hearing character-wise?
All right, it has nothing to do with off the field. We're not talking about getting in any trouble. We're talking about was he totally committed to being a great quarterback? You watch the tape, again, everything I've been told that from a talent standpoint should go no further than the third round. There was no conspiracy, folks. It's such complete nonsense. For people who are plugged in, for people who talk, for folks who cover the league, or if you talk to a coach.
Have you ever heard in a quarterback that has been playing quarterback that is the son of, and I don't even like bringing this up, but the son of an NFL player who's been playing under that NFL player, playing quarterback under one of the biggest spotlights ever. He doesn't even have to play quarterback. And I think that's right. That's what it is. To say there isn't collusion and there's no conspiracy, you just told us the conspiracy. Guys, I know conspiracy has like this. Look at the definition of conspiracy. The definition of conspiracy is just a group of people executing a plan. It don't gotta be all, because people have this conversation. All 32 teams didn't want Shedeur. It wasn't all 32 teams. It could have been 4 teams. Literally 4 teams. We knew it was a weak draft class. A lot of teams had their quarterback, right? So that's why some of these things happen. But to say that there isn't any collusion, a conspiracy is simply a group of people coming together and coming up with the reason. Because so interesting that he said character concerns. This is what I mean by the imagery, by the way that they try to paint certain people. That isn't that's not what people typically label a character concern. Maybe say immaturity, maybe say XYZ, but regardless, not only can there just hasn't been any real concrete evidence for that. If I'm showing concrete evidence that Shedeur Sanders, the son of a Sanders, isn't taking it seriously, that's such a personal, his vibe's not right. And I told y'all that 9 months ago when this happened, or a year ago. I said the real reason is they don't like that Shedeur Sanders feels like he doesn't need to play quarterback. He feels and he desires to be great. He thinks that he's going to add to a team and you should prioritize him. That makes people, like we saw reported, makes people feel small. That's what the NFL reports were saying, that these executives were uncomfortable with Shedeur Sanders and what he had to say. So to label it as character concerns, but you won't say immaturity, and you come up with, I don't know if he's committed to being a next level quarterback, it's because he didn't go in there and beg and plead. He didn't go in there on his hands and knees and say, please, please give me an opportunity. No, he's confident in himself. He doesn't look at it as giving the opportunity. He looks at it as you getting the opportunity to have Shedeur's services. And if you don't think like that as a quarterback, I think that you're not confident enough. I think you don't get enough hugs from your family, right? You need to be able to put your balls on the table sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? So the fact that seemingly a overconfidence in himself as a professional athlete who's had one of the biggest media spotlights in history from high school, mind you, from high school. And the only thing that we can come up with negative is, I don't know if is he committed to being a great quarterback? I've never heard nothing like that. I've never heard that be the smoking gun too. Now all of a sudden, third round talent was the latest, but I'm surprised by fifth round. Everybody saw that he had talent. Everybody sees that he has talent. Tony Lima, I said Tony Grossi was the biggest hater. We gotta be honest with you. Anthony Lima is genuinely the biggest. Like he is a disgusting, despicable person when it comes to the way he talks about Shedeur Sanders. Often he likes to rage bait. He likes to poke fun at Shedeur Sanders fans, and he's a real nasty guy. He even said, and you know what I'm saying? I would prefer if Lima just didn't say anything positive about Shedeur. I'd rather him just, again, stay saying the negative things you have to say about Shedeur. Don't say that he's been in the community, because you didn't say that when you were saying nasty things about him, right? You didn't say that when you were addressing his fans. You didn't address the fact that he does great things in the community. Off the field's great. He puts the work in. Jason Lloyd apparently doesn't have the same connections, because even him, the NFL guy, said, "Oh yeah, actually, I've heard nothing but positive from Shedeur." So what is it? Jason Lloyd says he can't watch film, but then I got an NFL insider telling me actually everything I've heard from them they like. Every single person who's going to become the head coach, you need to be able to prioritize Shedeur Sanders. Dog, what message is being sent? You're telling me that the Browns, because remember, all teams want to win, right? You're now telling me, guys, that the Browns, a team that wants to win, would involve Shedeur Sanders, the 5th round pick, in their head coaching search. Their head coaching search. But they don't know if he's committed. But he has character concerns. But he doesn't know how to read film. If that's the case, then the Browns need to be taken out of the NFL. That's what needs to be happening. Yo. I can't read the full name because it's YouTube be tripping, but a $10 donation. Can I read this, please? I hope. Here it goes. Mag PyRG 3891. I don't know why it shows y'all's ats names, but thank you for the $10. It is going to the diaper fund. I appreciate it. I appreciate that so much. Let me get back in on this. So that's what we heard consistently, right? No. People would not want to draft Shedeur if they thought he could win, right? They wouldn't do that because all 32 teams are trying to win. But you're going to also at the same time tell me a quarterback who y'all think isn't committed to play, a GM, an owner, they put their coaching search on the line of this 5th round talent. Guys, what do you want me to? I'm pulling a Jason Lloyd. What do you want me to ignore that? I gotta pull a Jason Lloyd. You want me to look at those sets of circumstances, believe that a team wants to win, believe this is a $1 billion team, and all of a sudden, at the same time, we're not sure if he's committed to be a quarterback. Come on, guys, we have to. I just wish it was consistent. Is it that he's a terrible person? Is it because, oh, no, it's really because there's too much drama and he's got fans and we're afraid of fans. Oh, no, it's actually he doesn't know how to watch film. Oh, no, actually it's because he's not committed. Dog, I told y'all this a year ago. They keep proving me right. If the lie was consistent, I could at least believe you. But no. It starts with the worst formal interview ever. And then it goes to made him feel small. Then it goes to, oh, well, he put a trick play up there from the Giants and he didn't recognize it. Then it goes, oh, well, he's a nepo, right? Then he's a terrible person. Then, oh, wait, he's not a terrible person. It's actually, I remember this on the Pat McAfee show. It's actually because he didn't throw at the combine. And then Zach Jackson said, oh, it's actually because of the East-West Shrine Bowl. Which one is it? Which one is it? Is it because of the East-West Shrine Bowl? Is it because he doesn't have an agent, which some people alluded to? That Deion Sanders is his agent? Oh, no, it's because he doesn't know plays. Oh, no, it's because he doesn't watch film. Oh, no, it's because... Dog, if y'all gotta change the lie every single time, it's gonna be hard for me to believe it. I'm trying to get right there with you guys and be like, okay, I get you now. That's what, at least there's a consistent. All right, this is what's going on. Shedeur is immature. If that was the case, I would then have to maybe attack and address those things. But when new things just get pulled out of a hat, when things that I can't corroborate anyway, you got Anthony Lima, guys, Anthony Lima. What's up, Big Trizzy? By the way, Anthony Lima is sticking up for Shedeur at this point. That's how you know it's crazy. Tony Grossi is like, oh my God, now he deserves it. It's like, what's going on? What's happening? I feel not. Hey, y'all used to call us a cult and crazy. I feel like I'm going crazy right now. I really do feel like I'm going crazy right now. Your lies ain't good. They don't make sense. Every single time y'all say that Shedeur is actually positive, y'all say that they're risking their entire head coach search on him. I mean, the whiplash, yo. The whiplash. But hey, man, the rejected, I guess, is going to have to be respected. It is what it is. 12, 8, 2. He's going to have to, put up or shut up, and he's going to have to, put his money where his mouth is. I did want to watch this video. Why is Riz, he's in a monk outfit because Todd Monken, he's a monking guy. I thought that was a funny dad joke. I'm a dad now. I like dad jokes. We ain't going to watch this, but I had to just yell at that. I thought it was funny that Shedeur is converting people, and now even in their lies, they have to continue to say, hey, there's only positive things to say. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm just a glazer. I don't know. Y'all let me know down in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Dislike if you don't. Subscribe to football content. If you're live, don't go nowhere. But you'll be great. Peace. It's crazy, man. Leanne says, NFL media is littered with fake actors, orchestrated chaos. Big Triz. Trizzy says exactly they're pushing it back so far that they can create another continent. Wait, what are y'all talking about? I see the goalposts keep moving. Dog, come on. When the hate don't work, they start telling lies. Real life. That's real life. The world is a state. And this is besides the point of what we got going on. What's it called? And let me I'm gonna talk to the chat. Let me do a poll. We have Oscar Delp, which is a tight end. Right, Oscar Delp, the tight end. We've got the Seatin check-in, which is kind of like a reaction. We're gonna that's like some spring football. I'm gonna talk to the chat for just a second, but I want y'all to do this poll real quick. What else we got? We got Mansour Delane. Oh, and became a new member. Thank you. We got a super fast cornerback, Seatin, and then we got the Falcons update. All right. So y'all vote on this. I'm gonna talk to y'all in the chat for just a second. See what's going on. See what the vibes are like. First off, again, I mean, remember, if you want to become a member, the video that dropped this morning, the members got it like I think Sunday night. Thank you so much, Mag Park. Thank you so much. Map Yarg. Sorry, I don't know why it's an at. I don't know why it's like that. I'm sure you didn't want your name to be an at like that, but let me know in the comments how you want me to say your name too. If I say our name wrong, because the at, they did a weird thing on YouTube. It doesn't show your username, it shows your at. So make sure y'all update me. Ain't worried about nothing Seatin. Okay. No wrong with that. But let me read the chat. Let me see what y'all said. Let me yap to y'all. Wait, I was saying something right there. Oh, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much. I already said that. But yeah, let me go back and read some of these. You better tell it. A Lucy. Appreciate you being here. Again, the ads are just it's so hard to say it. Sometimes I just read y'all's comments. Laugh at them and spit truth at them. That's what I like doing, man. I can't believe it when every single player has all these problems and all these situations. It's hard for me to believe that. Real Life says when the hate don't work, they start telling lies. NFL media is littered with fake actors. Truth keeps you grounded. Believe that. I believe that. Trizzy peeling back the curtain. Yo, Trizzy's one of the best in the business. Kenny, you're not too bad yourself, brother. Kenny be cooking in here. GDS says the Browns told to change their tune about 12 or no action. Hey man, some people have been saying that. Some people was like, hey man, as soon as Kevin Stefanski left, we having different conversations. The conversations are different. Oh, I was talking about the membership. That's what I was talking about. Y'all get early content. Y'all gonna have exclusive content. This what's it called? By this weekend, behind the scenes content. I'm about to add another tier to it too. And remember, we are a week away. We are 7 days away from our draft spectacular. I'm gonna have some guests. I got G Bush coming. I already got an IRL guest coming. I'm gonna get another few creators coming. We're gonna draft. We're gonna do some trivia. Y'all are gonna rate the what do you call it? Y'all are gonna rate our drafts based on the different teams and stuff like that. Who has the best draft? Good trivia time. So just make sure I'm gonna keep promoting that, man. Keep promoting that. But let me go back to reading this. Become a member, man. Do it. I already know they already sent me a Big 10 member, so it was what it was. Look what Shedeur with third and fourth rated players, worst offensive line, and worst group of wide receivers. Real life, they be talking about context being excuses, right? And that's where I start checking out, because it's like I don't know how everything that's a context becomes an excuse, but it is what it is. Joe Batonio better shut his mouth. Hey, who can somebody tell me who started the Joe Batonio thing? Because I'll be doing my market research. I looked at John the Liquidator. I looked at Mag Dog. I looked at everybody. I know who y'all watch. Shout out, what's his name? Keep Division Football. I looked at G Bush. I didn't see that rumor. Who started that rumor? And please don't tell me it's an AI channel. Please don't. But somebody started the rumor that Joe Batonio apparently was the guy that was leaking stuff to Jason Lord. And then what happened was, people, whenever the Emmanuel Acho thing happened, people were like, "Oh, it's actually Kevin Stefanski leaking everything." You feel me? So that's crazy. Only 25 votes. Make sure y'all vote. Make sure y'all vote in the poll which video you want to do next. Jordan Seatin update. Kevin Stefanski update on the Falcons. Oscar Delp, the tight end from Georgia. Mansour Delane, a cornerback. Hey, sell more fund. Donating to the diaper fund. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Thank you, good sir. Selmore, you're always in here. You're always doing great things. Anytime, either if I'm collaborating with G Bush or I'm just doing my thing, you're in here in the stream. So appreciate you. Appreciate that tenor. Again, the diaper fund is growing. We need it. This little dude be going through some diapers. So anything helps. Even you just watching helps. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, sir. But yeah, who started that rumor, please? I definitely heard it in a comment. It was a comment. I was talking about the Browns getting their new offensive lineman, and I was like, okay, this and that, re-signing Tevin Jenkins. Someone said, okay, what's it called? I'm a little sad Tings didn't read that, though. Wait, what did I not read? Wait. What did I not read? To the diaper fund and go Browns. Wait, what did I not read? You never lie. What did I not read? Hold up. Oh, here they go. When the hate don't work, they lie. When the lies don't work, they backtrack. When they backtrack, they blame people who actually watch film and say they don't. They threw the goalpost off a cliff. Okay. I'm messing with you, Intel Plays. I'm messing with that. I'm sorry, I snuck over you. But thank you so much, Selmore. Appreciate you. Kenny says been a lot of talk about Batonio. I have seen the Batonio to the Niners stuff. I haven't bought one because I had a feeling he would, lol. I'm gonna wait to know for sure. I'm a little saying okay. Someone said that JB was talking slick. All world Joe blocking air. Now that'd be funny. Every time Acho pops up in a vid, Lil Tings needs a diaper because hey, that's real. He does not like when I talk about Acho. Look, I want y'all to know. He is not a very loud baby. Like, he's not, hey! shot that $1.99. You said you're testing it out. My last one didn't pop. Oh yeah, I didn't see it. But I appreciate you. Everything matters. Nice little $1.99 and anything. Oh yeah, hey, congratulations to all the dads out there. Congratulations. That's a beautiful thing. But thank you so much for $1.99. Thank you for the 10. Again, everything matters. Even you just watching is a you showing appreciation to my little guy, and he hates Acho. I don't know what happened. I'm telling you, I don't be propagandizing him. He's a quiet guy. He usually just chilling. Sometimes he's in his little swing over yonder. Right? He's not here. He's with. I think he's actually. He's making sleeps. He's making seepies, as we say. But yeah, he just chills with me while I work. Sometimes he hangs out while I record. Right? And usually he's just chilling. What's it called? Where is the Cash App? Do y'all want me to drop my Cash App? You know what I need? I need one of those. What's it called? Like links. Those like. What do you call it? I'm gonna add it to my thing. What's it called? What do you call that thing? The buy a coffee joint. You feel what I'm saying? Like buy me a coffee type thing, so I can so there can literally be a diaper fund. That's what I want to do. You know what I mean? I'd rather y'all know that y'all are actually putting it towards diapers. Like I don't want y'all to think Tings is using it on. I want y'all to see it go directly to Lil Tings. That would be fire. Dang, if I put my Cash App, I gotta drop my government. Let me work on the Cash App. Let me work on getting a new Cash App. What's it called? We'll get there. We ain't gotta be greedy for it. We ain't gotta be greedy for the blessings because y'all are already a blessing. You being here is enough. So we'll get some professional stuff handled there. We'll get a professional Cash App. Get a tip jar. We'll do it the right way. Yeah, but they do take a little bit when you do chats. They do take a little sliver from you. That is how they get down. But hey, if you don't want to do that, just watch. And I'm telling you, you're doing a great thing supporting. So I appreciate all y'all. Yeah, like a revolving diaper fund. And I also want y'all to know, like I don't want y'all to get the impression that we hurting for diapers. Like he has plenty of love and his dad works hard. We give what he needs, but. Y'all see this economy? You know what I mean? I'm just trying to be prepared. That's it. I'm trying to be prepared. I want to make sure my guy's good. I want him to have them bougie diapers. You feel me? I'm trying to upgrade you get it. You understand. But no, I really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who's donating. All right, 31 votes in. It's almost 10 minutes. Once 10 minutes is hitting, it looks like people want a Jordan Seatin update. This will go on the second channel. Because this is college football, but I'm going to stream it on this channel. So make sure y'all go watch the second channel. Reggie Virgil, is that a player or who's that? I didn't know diapers and wipe cost so much. Hey, Donna, me neither. I found out the hard way. I'm gonna let again. Y'all can keep voting. But as it stands right now, the order that we're gonna go in is Jordan Seatin update, then Falcons update, and then if we have time, we'll do Oscar Delp, the tight end out of Georgia. It is 10 minutes, so that's what that's. Wide receiver, okay. Reggie Virgil. Okay, so we got to do Reggie Virgil. I got to do Chris Brazzell and Bell. I got a lot of dogs to do. So Reggie Virgil. And by the way, the what's it called? The Georgia State wide receiver is Ted Hurst. That's coming out too. Reggie Virgil. Yeah, have y'all heard about Chris Brazzell? Out of Tennessee. He's like 6'5", moves lean. So Reggie Virgil, Chris Brazzell, and then Chris Bell. I think his name's Chris Bell. What's his name? Chris Bell. Out of Louisville. Those are going to be some next wide receivers. Yeah, hey, gas is crazy now. Gas is crazy. So, you know what I mean? That's another thing. Hey man, if all you want to do is watch, that's fine too. That's plenty of support. I appreciate the support anyway. Diapers going up with gas in real time. I gotta be careful. Texas Tech. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll rock with Texas Tech players. We'll do that. Graduate from toilet diapers to wipers. The Cincinnati receiver that ran at 4.3. Wait, the Cincy receiver? Cincy, 4.3? Huh? Who? What's it called? Okay. So check him out too. Wait. Check him out too. Oh, the Cincinnati. Okay, yeah. Okay, Chris Brazzle. Oh, Bedazzle. Okay, jeez. Come on, Intel. Tennessee receivers have never been great. Yeah, that is a thing. Like Ohio State quarterbacks. Maybe C.J. Stroud can finish the job, but just like Ohio State quarterbacks, Tennessee wide receivers are known to. Chris Bell. Yeah, okay, Chris Bell. Okay, so that is Chris Bell. Okay, I had it right. Is he going to play next year? That's the question. He tore his ACL at the end of this season. So, yeah. Jeff Caldwell. Okay, I got some real hoop watchers in here. I got some real ball watchers in here. Jeff Caldwell. Okay. Brown are lit. Okay, cool. Jeff Caldwell. All right, so. Oh, wait. Last second, the Falcons update just won. Is that? All right, it looks like the Falcons update has officially won. I'm going to give y'all 2 minutes. I'm going to give y'all till 15. I'm going to give y'all to 15 because I was just about to go and do the Seatin check-in, but it looks like the Falcons update at the last second won. We got and there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on with the Falcons, man. There's a lot. There's a lot going on, dog. It's a lot happening, man. Tua is talking. What's it called? Oh my good. The votes are getting tight right now. But Tua was talking. They made some signings. And sadly, well, I don't know, depending on how you feel, it looks very unlikely. It looks very unlikely that Dylan Gabriel is going to what's it called? That Dylan Gabriel is going to be going and joining his guy, which is messed up. Murray said, "Hey, let me make sure I get Seatin. Hey, I want y'all to know, I will do both. Tennessee wide receivers have a very limited route tree. That's true, but they told me Chris Brazzle was doing at 6'5" was twirling around and getting real stupid. Like he was doing crazy stuff. I drive wide receiver at 6 and Colton Hood at 24. Do you need I don't think they need another corner, right? They already got I think they're okay at corner. Let me vote again. Murray, I don't want you to go nowhere. We will talk about Seatin. We will. We got Seatin. We got Stefanski. We already talked about our guy 12, right? I don't want to spam him too much. I don't want to be like Emmanuel Echo now. I mean, Akko. I'm not trying to do that. After watching Leonard Fournette say that, I literally sometimes call him Echo on accident. Like for real, I don't want to play with his name. I want to play his name. Oh, a slot corner. Okay, now that I believe they do. I believe they do need a slot corner. But ever since Emmanuel Acho, I don't want to spam too much 12. I don't want people. You know what I mean? Hopefully he doesn't end up like Cedric Tillman. That'd be good. The one thing that worries me with Brazzle is he's thin. He is thin. He is thin. We'll have to see. But when you have size and movement like that, it at least gets people excited. You feel what I'm saying? The question people were asking was, what type of receiver do the Browns need? I said a T. Higgins type. What do you think? This is a good question. Dr. Green says, Echo Spire. Yeah, big TV. You have a good point. They have two really strong outside corners. They don't have a real true slot corner. But Dr. Green, what type of receiver do the Browns need? I say T. Higgins. What do you think? I think this is great. However, I think I'm going to be boring, right? So T. Higgins, someone who's a real deal wide receiver too. He's long. He can help you in the red zone, right? He can give you a lot. He's a good separator. That would almost be a Brazzle maybe a Denzel Boston, except Denzel Boston doesn't have a great route tree either himself. He can't separate himself, right? So I think I see where you're barking up, and I like those. I like a big body wide receiver. I'm a classic guy when it comes to wide receiver, right? But to me, I think they need a Devontae Adams, right? And I think Carnell Tate is that. I hate to be boring, right? I know people, and I love Mekhi Lemon. I think he's a dog. But I feel like Mekhi Lemon is a weapon that takes teams to another level, right? He's a workhorse. Like, think about the team or the player he's being compared to is Amon-Ra St. Brown, right? Amon-Ra St. Brown was like a finishing touch. He was, well, not the finishing touch, but he was one of, right? He's a consistent weapon. He gets you those first time. He does those things. He's going to do dirty work. But I don't think you need that as much as you do need that. I don't think you need that as much as you need a real deal bona fide receiver that you can count on, right? Jerry Jeudy better start catching screens, because at this point, I don't know if I trust him stretching the field. He's supposed to be your field stretcher. He's supposed to be your true alpha receiver. I don't trust him like that. He needs to be the Z, right? He needs to catch these wide receiver screens, catch these slants, and hopefully catch them, right? And let Carnell Tate be the big dog, run those big posts, right? Get those curls when you need it. Hey, you need to fade. Because the thing about that 6'3", 6'2", I'm big, I'm bad, I do what I need to do. I'm not the biggest, but I'm a route technician. What I love about that is that, again, I feel like you're gonna win at all points, right? The technical skills are gonna win you some reps in the red zone, right? The long speed and the intricacy is gonna be able to beat zone. It's gonna be able to give you a nice safety blanket for your quarterback. We love 2, right? Or 12, you know what I mean? Depending on what it is. So I think my answer is boring. It's Carnell Tate, but I really like Denzel Boston type. I really like the Brazel types. I really like those big body receivers. I think they interest me a lot. Yeah, for sure. Amon-Ra, like, he is, and I don't think Mekhi should fall. I think they're trying to get Mekhi. I think that's what it is. I think they see that they can. Oh, Amon-Ra fell. We can get him to fall, and they can do the same thing. He's going to be an extremely valuable piece. But I don't know if that fixes the problem that they have. You feel what I'm saying? Jeudy is not. Yeah, he's not next. Yeah, he needs to be in the slot. He can't play Z. Let him play Z. Let him be. Yeah, and that's the problem. Denzel Boston can't get off. He can't separate, but he is a big body, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let him be Z. Let him be a Z. So talking about wide receivers, who do you think is going to take a flyer on Brandon Ayuk? I don't think Brandon Ayuk gets. I think he might have Le'Veon Bell'd himself. Like, I think he might not get any more. You know what I mean? And Le'Veon Bell, that's not a fair comparison. But I don't think he's going to be playing in the NFL this year. What's up, One Ohio Dog? I don't want a wide receiver anyway, but my coach will love a wide receiver. I believe that. Shedeur throws a lot of 50-50 jump balls. I think it would help him a lot based on his play style. Watching the film, 12 needs a T-type, my opinion. Shedeur. No, you're good. I liked it. So I guess, the reason why I would say that, okay, you think about someone like Will Shepherd, right? I think that is, giving him one of those skyscraper guys. Here's the real thing, Dr. Green. Unless you love Chris Brazel, and I need to get into the tape on him, right? I can't tell you either or not. I like Denzel Boston. I don't love him. I think he's a great, late first round. Late first round is kind of high. Maybe second round. He's a good addition to have to your team. Chris Brazel, I have to see really where he's at. But I don't think there's a big body receiver that, unless you love Chris Brazel, and I need to look at the film. I need to do X, Y, Z. Unless you love Chris Brazel, I don't know the big body receiver that you trust in the first round specifically, right? But it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. With the Ayuk thing, you have his own teammates talking about like it's messed up what he's doing and X, Y, Z and yada yada yada. Like you have to, at some point with Brandon Ayuk, you're gonna have to come to terms that he aided himself and ruined it. Like I don't like piling on somebody. I hate piling on NFL players. I hate piling on players. But when your own teammates are calling out and saying, yo, you're wilding, when you're messing up voids in contracts that's supposed to be guaranteed money, like there's a lot going on, a lot of nastiness that apparently he was getting into right? When it comes to not showing up, not doing what they need to do, signing a contract, sitting out for a contract, getting that contract, and then sitting out again, weird injury stuff. So it's like, I don't know if anybody sees that types of stuff. Like, and I know some people don't want to agree, but yes, these GMs talk. They do collude. They do tell you, hey, make sure don't get that guy. Hey, don't pick that guy up. Hey, he does this in the locker room. Hey, he's a locker room cancer, right? They start throwing that around if they want to mess up your value and how you get it done. So, right, for as much as I do want to be open to that mindset, dog, this is just such a weird situation. It's so sticky. I don't see him playing again. You know, Deontay, hey, you doing it big. Hey, by the way, Tuesdays and Thursdays, those are my stream days. That's what I'm doing for y'all. I'm keeping it consistent Tuesday and Thursdays. Keep him in the slot is crazy. But yeah, Dr. Green, you know, who is the big body guy, unless it's Chris Brazzell, who is the big body guy? And I'm saying that honestly. I'm not saying that to be whatever. Right now we talking wide receivers. Deontay, and you I know you a big Carnell Tate guy. I know that. We talk about wide receivers. The question, I think it was a really good question, Dr. Green. I like his question. Ayuk is USFL. That's crazy. I like the question that Dr. Green asked. I liked his reasoning for his response. His response was, let me start with the question. The question is, all right, the Browns need a wide receiver. What type of wide receiver do they need? And Dr. Green went on to say, like, hey, get him a big body, 50-50 catch type guy. Now, okay, I like that, Dr. Green. And I like that. And Dr. Green, you know, to response with that, I think they can still go get Carnell Tate and Denzel Boston falls to the second round. I still think they can go get Carnell Tate and, you know, maybe, everybody's been talking about double offensive line draft. How about a double tight end draft? I mean, tight end. A double wide receiver draft. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Mekhi Lemon does fall. Jacoby Lane, you're right. I'm wrong. You're right. No, you're right. Jacoby Lane. We did a video on Jacoby Lane. How did I forget? Okay. Yes, Dr. Green, yes. Jacoby Lane, 6'4". He makes the craziest catches. That's your Z. Hey, that's your Z. Give me Carnell Tate at number 6, right? Give me offensive lineman. Hey, go get Caden Proctor at 24, and go get it. Cause Dr. Green, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We did a video on him. That's one of my favorite wide receivers out of this draft. I cannot believe I was stuck on Brazzell. I was stuck on Denzel Boston. But he's that guy. I'm telling you, he's been making crazy catches since he was a freshman, senior. USC wide receivers suck. I can't co-sign that, big brother. Amon-Ra St. Brown, what's it called? Freaking Big Dog. Drake London, sorry. Big summer gun. Drake London. I can't co-sign that, dog. Darian Thomas Robinson is in the UFL now for their new team, Orlando Storm. I still feel like Stefanski did him dirty. People, I knew a lot of people who loved DTR. Like I was a DTR fan too. It does kind of seem like that. Big bodies, yeah. The answer is Jacoby Lane, by the way. That's the answer. Trizzy just got done. Crazy thing, my strength at the refinery. Hey man, pockets fat. Deontay, I love to hear that, man. I love to see you doing good. I love to see you in here doing it big. Hey, Dr. Green, you cooked on the barbershop. Hey. I appreciate you, good sir. Oh, my headphones turned off. I can't even hear it. Appreciate you for the $4.99 going to the diaper fund. Can y'all hear this? Y'all let me know. Thank you, good sir. And Dr. Green, I owe you. You the one who you had. I was about to look silly until you put the Jacoby Lane out there. I was about to look suspect. So I need to be thanking you. You know what I'm saying? But no, really, really appreciate you. Hey man, we gotta shout out G Bush for giving me the opportunity. Hey, shout out Mag Dog. Mag Dog is gonna be on the barbershop too. I know some of y'all watch Mag Dog too. He does some Shedeur content as well. He's a nice guy. I like it because, you know, there's some people who get lies off. He don't really do that. He's more of a like general. He really stays strict on the content. I like the way he's set up. So, make sure y'all go show love to G Bush always. Go show love to Mag Dog. Do what they do. But yeah, man, I just appreciate the opportunity. I was mad the last time I was on there. I don't know if y'all could tell. I had the wrong mic. Hold up. Yeah, I'm paranoid. Hold up. Now I'm paranoid. 1 second. I never thought I'd see. Okay. I was like, I hope I have the right mic right now. Oh my goodness. By the way, just shout out to my lady. My lady's the best in the business. She's the greatest of all time. Tings on Barbershop was great. Deontay, same to you. Shout out to G Bush. Been watching him consistently since he put me on. G Bush is that guy. He keeps it straight up. And you know what's cool about G Bush? Because, I know some people, y'all basketball, he talks about basketball too. So he's all Cleveland. So y'all go check him out. Yeah, the Deontay, that's what I'm saying. I can't, the USC or slander, I don't know. I can't get behind that one, player. Can't get behind that one. Okay, I want y'all to know, so we were talking about the Falcons. We were talking about Jordan Seatin. Oh, they were already on. Oh, I thought they were doing it. Okay, cool. All right, well, y'all go watch the replay. Do what they do. Hey, Dr. Green, I appreciate that. Very fun. Hey, I need to make another Jacoby Lane video. Jacoby Lane is I've been ranking with him again. Freshman year, he was doing. I want y'all to know. Okay, so the votes right now. The edited vid will drop tonight. Wait. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about the edited. Okay, yeah. So y'all go watch that. All right. Okay, yeah, you're right. I do hope that from a high limit. All right, so there's 50 votes. We've been yapping for 30 minutes. Dang, I've been yapping y'all for 30 minutes. So Falcons is no longer in the lead. I want y'all to know Oscar Delp is in the lead. Y'all want to talk tight ends? Oh yeah. See, I got the ball watchers in the chat right now. Y'all want to talk? Y'all want to talk physical tight ends? Come on, dog. Real quick. Let me do this. Boom. I'm just turning on my fan. That's all I'm doing. It's getting hot in Topeka. All right. So is that what we doing? We doing Oscar Delp? Speak now or forever hold your peace. We talk. Let's do it. Let's talk a little ball then. Let's talk a little ball. And I got the advanced statistics for you too. I got something for you. Right? Ooh, Tig. Hey. Tig, he messed up his draft stock. We got to talk about that bad. If we have time, we got to talk about that video because that was hilarious. All right, I never thought Oscar Delp was gonna win this, but Oscar Delp is yeah, I had to hit the fan on him, man. Oh yeah, Eli Stout. We gonna get through them now. I really liked what's it called? Y'all know I live in Georgia. I got a bunch of Georgia fans, so I believe in the Georgia propaganda. I'm sorry. You feel me? I believe in the Kirby propaganda. But also, I think he's a very underrated guy. I like talking about these underrated guys that I can add something to him. So let's get into some stats and facts. Just some stats for you. Tight ends are changing the entire NFL. In 2025, 11 personnel, one back, one tight end was called on 56.4% of NFL snaps. 12 personnel in 2025 was called 22% of NFL snaps. That is the second most common formation in the modern NFL. If you don't have two tight ends, you cannot be elite in the NFL, and that's just what the modern offense is. Now, I know a guy with a 44 that's catching balls from a guy that wears number 12 who might be wearing number 2. Mr. Harold Fannin Jr., he's an elite tight end. Now, the Browns did just get a new blocking tight end. I get it. Maybe they don't need him, but maybe the Raiders need the next coming of Brock Bowers. Oscar Delp, tight end. out of the University of Georgia. Look, I don't think he's going to be a top 5 pick. I don't think he's going to be the greatest of all time, right? Uh-oh, I heard my little guy. I heard my little guy. Sorry, I gotta listen to my guy. And I had the wrong video up here too. Sorry about that. I think we're good. Little things check. Okay. Mom's on it. My fault. I'm sorry about that. Woof. I'm a restart it. I'm a restart it. Hey, he's a problem. I'm gonna restart the video. Sorry, I had to check on my little guy. We're gonna start from the top. All right, we're gonna start from the top. Don't act crazy. I am gonna go through the personnel tendencies again. In 2025, 11 personnel, which is running back, 1 tight end, was called on 56.4 of all NFL snaps. 12 personnel, which is 1 running back, 2 tight ends, was called on 22% of all NFL snaps. That means in the modern NFL, you don't just need a tight end that's elite. You need 2 tight ends, preferably a blocking tight end and a receiving tight end. Even better if they can both do both at a high level. And Oscar Delp, I think, is that guy. Now, again, y'all know I rock with 12. He might be 2, and I really rock with Harold Fannin. You know he's one of the most exciting new tight ends. If the Browns thought that maybe, obviously they did just pick up a new blocking tight end, maybe they pick up Oscar Delp. Maybe the Raiders, who are building a new team, maybe they add to their tight end class and have a Brock Bowers, and Oscar Delp, a big-time Georgia reunion. Maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers with Darnell Washington, maybe they say they need Oscar Delp. I think that he can fit in any offense you need, because the thing about Oscar Delp is that he does both. He catches and he gets nasty in that block game. But I talked about Brock Bowers. He hasn't just played with Brock Bowers. He's played with a lot of elite talent at Georgia. This is what he had to say about the standards that were set from where he's coming from.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of Brock stories. I don't know if I can share them all, but that's a dude that really taught me how to practice. He's a machine. Ever since I got to Georgia, we do all these crazy conditioning and team runs and stuff, and he kind of set the standard of we don't run with the combos, we run with the skill guys. And he would have all the tight ends, even Darnell, running with the DBs in conditioning, and Darnell was not happy about it. But he would run with the DBs and the receivers every day, and he would win every rep, and he just was a competitor. And that dude just really taught me how to practice and how to compete for the ball and just never give up on play.
Absolute beautiful stuff. You have somebody who was molded and crafted by the likes of Brock Bowers, and now that molding and crafting of people like Brock Bowers brings you things like this. Look at this. Look, how about put your life on the line, Brock? How about he sees an SEC defensive lineman? Look at the girth and tonnage on this. Y'all see this motherfucker? Hold up. Oh, look at this motherfucker right here. Yo! He's huge. He's flying. Oscar Delp put his life on the line for a tight end. That's who you want. That's who you need. He gets real loose. And by the way, apparently he running a little faster than people expected. People assumed him to just be a blocking tight end. When the 40 times came in, they looked pretty darn good. An RAS score after his pro day of 9.83 out of 10, by the way, right? Height 6'5", you know what I'm saying? Weight 245, probably get a little bigger there. Vertical 38, 40-yard, 4.48. That is an elite level 40 yards. So he gonna put his life on the line, but he can also catch. But did I tell you he can block? Did I tell you that he gets real nasty in the block game? And look, blocking is similar to running routes, right? And that is, it's about leverage, right? It's about attacking certain space. It's about understanding. I know we just underrated. It's just blocking. Blocking's important, son, right? So to be able to hold and execute a blind, come on, he looked like he on the blind side. Come on now. By the way, Jeremy is a beast. I like Jeremy. Very consistent. That guy is going to be a top tier possession wide receiver in this league. Trust me. But I like that from Oscar Delp. I like that a tight end in this modern age where we love Harold Fannin. You feel me? We love Kyle Pitts. We love a tight end that can go out there and catch the ball. But how about a tight end that also gets nasty? How about a tight end that takes appropriate steps, huh? Look at, again, angles, short, choppy steps. Because what he wants to do, this is one of the core fundamentals of blocking, especially the offensive line. Short, choppy steps. You don't want to overextend. You want to keep a nice low base. And more importantly, you don't want to overextend so he doesn't flash inside or flash outside, right? You want to stay and ensure that your angle is cutting off this blocker. This is the intricacies of blocking, baby, right? Hey, you don't like football if you don't like this. Right, you don't like football if you don't like inline blocking a defensive end. That's an SEC defensive end. That's not a chip. That was no help. That is Grant Delpit seeing a Tennessee defensive end and say, "Let me move some bodies." This man gets paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in NIL to be a defensive end, and a 245-pound tight end just not plastered him, but walled his ass off. I need that. He got some Tasmanian devil about him. I really like that a lot. I really like how he just takes a big body and just shoves him up. I like how he's not afraid to go move somebody, get low on somebody. I like that. I really do like some Oscar Delp. And the good thing about Oscar Delp, right, is apparently, this might not be good for y'all. It's good for me. Apparently, he's got a lot of praise for them Texans. Apparently, right? Apparently, him and Kamari Lassiter, both Georgia players, they got a little link together. I like to hear that. What you had to say, Oscar Delp?
That guy shows you how to practice.
Come on, Kamari.
A lot of young guys, they come in and they don't really know how to approach practice and how to approach walkthroughs, and that's a dude that if you want to figure out how to practice and how to play football, it's like that. I mean, he's playing at 100 miles an hour all the time, and he leaves nothing out. He leaves everything on the field. Doesn't leave anything in the tank.
Have you had a chance to meet with the Houston Texans while you're here?
I have, yes, sir.
Was that a formal?
Yes, sir. It was. What teams have?
Hey, so you know what I mean? A little Georgia connection. Our guy Kamari doing big things. I like to see that, right? But don't worry, I do have because I have some receiving. Yeah, here we go. I want to make sure y'all know I love blocking. I love when boys move boys. Oh, wow.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot that I just said right there. But I also like when a guy can get open and get crafty with the. Come on now. They smacked him in the mouth, but he kept going. Boop, get off me. I'm there. And what does a tight end at its core need to be? Oh, and by the way, he got busy. I can't show it fully because, you know. I got to show it in pieces because of copyright. By the way, if you leave in a comment on this video when it's edited talking about play the whole thing, dog, I don't want my channel to get nuked. The college football, they don't play. I just want to put that PSA out there. And if you leave in a comment right now, subscribe. Like the video. Become a member. Get some of this exclusive content. If enough of y'all become a member, we'll watch the film together. I can't do, you know what I mean? I can't just do that. Anyway, back to the regularly scheduled programming. Oh, now he's blocking some more too. He's doing both. He does both of them. I just love a good block, man. I love that on the goal line. Come on the goal line though. He's moving bodies on the goal line. Oscar Delp is an absolute problem. He's a real issue. And you know what I really love about him? He's had so many positive things to say about his teammates. Here he is talking about Colby Young, saying that he's a top 3 wide receiver. Colby Young, I believe number 8 for the Georgia Bulldogs. Wide receivers on the Georgia Bulldogs, they don't get a lot of recognition. But you know, here he is shouting out his guys and uplifting his guys.
Man,
I like to hear
don't
that.
even know where to start with Colby. Like that dude, like I've had teams ask me like, who do you think the best player is that you've like ever played with? And I say Colby. Like that's one dude that I would bring to a team. Like the plays that I've seen that kid make in practice, and just what he does is like so special. And I mean, I know he's got like people think all these things about him, but like I mean, it's out of his control. I mean, he's such a great kid, and he's such a special dude, and like he's going to change the NFL offense. And I'm really excited for him. Like, you know, for him to be out here and just be able to showcase what he does is going to be real special.
You've played with some special wide receivers. I mean, you got rings.
Yeah.
You know, and you're saying he's one of the best.
I think
if
he's
not the best.
Yeah, he's a top 3 receiver I've ever played with.
Top 3 receiver he's ever played with, uplifting teammates, forklifting enemy players. He's forklifting the opposite team. He's got high praise from Brock Bowers to Brock Bowers. He's been sharpened by the Kirby Smart weapon of national championship and NFL creators, right? This is a guy that's going to immediately add a lot to the offense. Now, I want to talk about the elephant in the room, right? And shout out Deontay. He said, I'm already a member. Let's get them. Hey, let's do that. You know what? I owe y'all a film breakdown. That's what we gonna do. We gonna give y'all. That's what I'm gonna give y'all this weekend, right? We gonna do one of these receivers full breakdown and not, you know what I'm saying? Because I gotta pause sometimes when I actually do the video. But the elephant in the room here is that Oscar Delp does not have a lot of receiving stats. He doesn't. He doesn't have a lot. Now he can do it. But if you ask a Georgia fan, again, I live in Georgia, so I talk to Georgia fans. If you ask a Georgia fan, they do think Oscar Delp is a little underutilized. They think he doesn't get the appropriate shine that he needs, right? And that right there, that's a big issue. That's a big problem because we don't have the reps to see it. But I'm telling you, the blocking, the ability to do that at his size, right? That shows me something. That shows me he's somebody who can withstand, some growth, some hard times. He can work for his teammate, right, for a little bit. And if you're someone who appreciates that, you gotta appreciate that, right? That's an absolute beautiful thing. I really hope the best for Oscar Delp. If he becomes a Texan, that would be great. If he doubles up with Harold Fanning, that would be great. If he asks any other team, his ability to block, his willingness to wait for his opportunity is going to make him have a long, lengthy NFL career. Y'all let me know how y'all feel down below in the comments. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't. Subscribe, like football content. I'll see you next time. Peace. But yeah, man, film breakdowns. We'll do that. We gotta do that, man. Zachariah Branch on point. You know what I'll do? I'm gonna take 2 of these wide receivers. Maybe Chris Brazzell and Chris Bell, and we'll do like a regular version, and then we'll do like a real film breakdown version for y'all this weekend. Deontay told me to do it, man. We gotta do it. We gonna need you, G, Bush, and Tyvis to break down some film. That'd be awesome. Perfect. Hey, I have heard him being linked to the Eagles too. What's it called? A lot of talent not being talked about. Shout out to FB Teams covering some of those guys. What about 2nd to 6th round guys? Okay, yeah, we can. Hey, we can do. We got time now. We got 30 days into the draft. You know what's fun for me? I like Chris Bell. Okay, yeah, let's do it. All right, so let's do Chris Bell and Brazzell. I'm gonna make a special note. We're gonna do a regular video like we do, but then we're also gonna do a film breakdown for members, and that's gonna come out this weekend. That's gonna be less edited. We can really dive deep into it. That's a film breakdown. Okay. All right, so let's do 2 more. We got 2 more videos. I don't think we're gonna get to Mansour Delane. Y'all don't want to. The way y'all voted, it don't seem like y'all want to do Mansour Delane. But y'all said y'all want to be sincere. Ooh, Sincere Brown. Leanne says she wants real hoop talk. Hey man, I'm trying to give that to y'all, man. If y'all didn't already watch it, I dropped my video on Caleb Downs. One a week. We gonna need more than that. Sorry about that. But yeah, I do like that idea. I like that idea. However, it's gonna have to be more. I'm gonna have to do more than just one position group a week. So, I guess that's what I have to do. Hey, I guess I'll have to do 2 a week. I guess I got to. Let me do that because y'all know me. I really want to get into these defensive linemen. That's where I start salivating. I start, you know what I mean? That's my bag for real. Top special teams prospect. What does seem like a niche subject for draft time? Well, no, I think the best special teams player is Casey Conception out of Texas A&M. I don't think that's a. I would think we just talk about returners. There's a punter. There's a 6'5" punter who runs like a 4.5 or like a 4.40. Like so, there's plenty to be talk. There's plenty to talk about. But y'all got too many good ideas. But what I like to hear is that y'all had the ideas and y'all want to do that. So I owe y'all 2 film breakdowns. Oh yeah, see, Dr. Green, you gonna make me act up, dog. Sometimes you have to trust when a player plays football and he really dominates some of the top people for multiple years. You can't just say measurables. But I don't want to get off track. I don't want to do it. That and Dr. Green, that's why I said special teams, and not just because I'm a Texas and he's at A&M, and I'm not trying to disrespect, but I think he's a better punt returner than he is a receiver. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is. But let's do it. Let's talk about Jordan Seatin. Let's really get to it, man. Let's really get to it. I wanted to have another screen for my. What's it called? What do you call it? My second channel, because this is gonna be a second channel video. However, what's it called? I think this just looks clean already, so we're gonna do this. Trizzy, Nisa's the best. Nisa's like a sniper. She always back there. Shout out to Aggie alumni in Houston. Aww. I'm not a Longhorn alumni, but I am a Longhorn fan. So, all right. Here we go. Oh, nothing wrong with it. Hey, shout out Josh Cribbs. Shout out Devin Hester. Shout out Cordell Patterson. We respect special teamers around here. Will the Texans ever make it past 2 playoff wins? Why are you terrorizing me? I thought this was a safe space. Huh? Please. I don't want to talk about it. Y'all have too many ideas. Y'all are talking too much good stuff right now. Let's go through this Jordan Seatin. Y'all voted on the Seatin update. Dr. Green's laughing at me. So let's do Seatin update, Falcons update, and then I gotta get up out of here. I think I keep Hey, I have to. The Aggie hate's in my blood, dog. Hey, it's not gonna change. I'm sorry, dog. I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta do it. All right, but let's check in on our guy Jordan Seatin. Jordan Seatin has gone a little viral. He's dropped some weight. LSU's got their not only pro day, but they got their spring, and it looks like he got a little pep in his step. It's almost like them SEC schools got a little bread, right? But there is a little bit of some fake news here. But what I do want to say is I don't want to approach this as we shouldn't be negative towards Jordan Seatin. We shouldn't feel bad that he's gone to get his money and gone to a bigger program. What I want you to understand is Jordan Seatin really exemplifies some of the disadvantages that Coach Prime has at being at a Big 12 school rather than being at an SE school. You got to remember, when Lane Kiffin came in there, they were swinging some big money. They let him pick whoever he wanted. We're not talking about money that can even be denied. We're talking about money that, by the way, if we remember, that Colorado matched. And then on top of that, you have to remember that LSU's got different connections down there in the South. Who knows how many Mercedes-Benz and Maybach dealerships Jordan Seatin has his name on right now. But this is big. This is a congratulatory moment. Down in Louisiana with some of the best food in all of the world, he somehow is dropping weight. He's looking slimmer. LSU signed the number one offensive lineman in the transfer portal. The ex-Colorado Buffalo was listed at 6'5", 330 pounds last season. Now, after just a few months in Baton Rouge, he checks in at 6'5", 307. Massive transformation. Now, here's what I will say. He was injured at the end of the season, so from reports that I've seen, he was actually closer to like 315, 310. I don't think he dropped like 20 pounds in 3 months. I don't think that's what happened. But he does look nice and slim. This was him at his pro day. And I think people want to try to, and this it's really weird. They don't do this with any other coach in any other team besides Coach Prime. They're trying to make it this thing where like, oh, and see, that's what's wrong with Coach Prime. He wasn't XYZ. He wasn't, doing the right thing for Jordan Seatin. He looks even better at coaching. And that's just not the case. You're talking about a facility difference. You're talking about Boulder, Colorado compared to LSU. Multiple actual national championships. I know Colorado has a co-national championship. Multiple actual national championships. Insane NFL players. Like crazy years. Like the resources, and it's the South in football. The resource difference just couldn't be different, right? That is the reality of college football. Jordan Seatin was looked at as the best offensive tackle a year ago now. He was looked at as a top 5 pick. So don't tell me, oh, it's because of draft position or the XYZ. He was already looked at as a top 5 offensive tackle. He went there for the resources. He went there for the facilities. He went there because these SEC schools, hook 'em horns, we got a bit of an unfair advantage. The Big Ten schools have an unfair advantage. They wield a bigger stick and they got a big old pot of money, and not just money, but other connections that take them to higher highs. But I'm happy that Seatin gets to do this. I'm happy that these players get to go on big things after offering his services for multiple years. Here is what Jordan Seatin has been reportedly said from Lane Kiffin, at least.
And Jordan has done a phenomenal job since he got here. Really, like you mentioned, it's a good observation. His body changing, his work ethic, his time. I mean, I'll come up here. It'll be Sunday at 9 p.m. and he'll be out there doing his own stuff, working out. And that's what we're trying to build here. That becomes the norm. That mindset and the way that you work, and we got some players that are there, that have that you build the culture that's what it is, and then you're an outlier when you just check the box and you're normal. And so I'm happy that Jordan's there to lead.
Hey, you love to hear that. Lane Kiffin says Jordan's a leader. He's putting in the extra work. It's a beautiful thing to see, a beautiful thing to hear. You gotta hope the best. Right now that he's out in the SEC, it's not like Colorado's gonna play LSU. You know what I mean? Unless it's the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Shout out Isaiah Lawrence in the chat, by the way. Now, I do want to talk about, I think this is a beautiful excuse to just talk about LSU in general. They just started their spring practice. So, we watch Colorado spring practice sometimes on this channel. If you're watching this live, this is the main channel. But on the second channel is where I put my college football stuff at. And Isaiah puts a good point. You do have to realize that Lane Kiffin is an interesting person. Lane Kiffin has known to be not the most likable person in the world of college football. He's known to leave out on some people. He's known to have a lot of controversy around him. So anything he does, says, or is associated with, there will be some sort of extra layer there, right? So I think LSU is going to be a fun team to just keep track of, if they're good, if they're bad, anything else in between. It's going to have a lot to do with Lane Kiffin. So this is where he was talking about on his first day of spring practice.
Day one today, to finally be able to be out there in a practice format was great. Kind of had a moment before too of, just reminding myself of how grateful I am to be here, appreciative, but also the responsibility level that I have coming here to LSU, to the people of Louisiana, the great players and coaches that have been here before. So, I don't not understand that. And that was pretty cool, just thinking of that as I walked out on the field today.
Hey, man. Hey, Lane Kiffin is okay. He's come on, man. Like the ultimate glaze. This is what you do, right? This is what you do when you get a big bag, right? When they give you all that NIL money and you finally come to the SEC school of your dreams. I mean, he's just thankful for LSU, the government, the state, the gumbo, the boudin. I saw him. Hey, Lane Kiffin was at a Boosie concert running out there. Like, he doing everything he can, man. Hey, back in Mississippi, he was doing hot yoga with them teenagers. Now he's pulling up on Boosie concert. Maybe this is good. Maybe this is better for everybody involved, man. Maybe this is just a positive, beautiful thing. So let's check in a few different situations. Now they are, I don't know if you can hear. I can't play. It's NBA. They are blasting. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. They are blasting NBA YoungBoy. And as much as we might have issues, or you might have issues, or I might have issues with Lane Kiffin, I have to respect him for respecting Louisiana culture, right? And putting on NBA YoungBoy as these young men get to work, slaying that iron. Obviously, Jordan Seatin is not the only big name transfer. I think the next big name has to be the quarterback Sam Leavitt out of Arizona State. Now a little inconsistent. He was a little inconsistent at Arizona State. In fact, in the Jordan Seatin breakdown, a lot of people have been calling out Sam Leavitt for not being as consistent as he needs to be. But it is what it is. Here's the running back coach getting their thug dizzle going. You know what I'm saying? Common stuff there. Lane Kiffin with the front row. So this is Sam Leavitt to Tredez Green. And now Tredez Green, if I hope I'm saying his name wrong, Trey Green, right? He is like 6 foot. He's like a 6'8" tight end. He's a very fun player to watch, very interesting player to watch. So LSU's got a lot of cool storylines. Whether you're a Sam Leavitt guy, whether you're a Trey Green guy, whether you're a Lane Kiffin and want to see him crash and burn guy, there's plenty of storylines that are going to be following LSU with Jordan Seatin, with Lane Kiffin. Lots of different angles here. So if y'all want me to watch some more spring practice, obviously we're going to check in on Colorado's spring practice from time to time. Ooh, little one-handy jam. I like to see that. We're going to check in on a few other spring practice as it's happening. We watched Texas spring practice a few weeks ago, so y'all let us know. That's the Jordan Seatin update. Everything looked nice. Everything looks smooth. And then if we have any more updates, we'll hit you again, man. But y'all be great. See you next time. Peace. Lane got his family members. Hey, he be doing what he do, man. Cade Durham is a first. Oh yeah, Cade Durham is he's a beast. He's gonna be a problem. But Trizzy says it great. Lane is a tiger till the next bag shows up during the college football playoff start. That would be crazy. Dr. Green, LSU quarterback is Sam Leavitt. I have to disagree with you, Dr. Green, about him losing 4 games. I do think they're going to give him this first year to be like, okay, he's cool. Like, I don't even think he would, unless he loses 5 games. I know that's crazy. That's one different, but I mean, you lose 5 games, dog. You're like, you're cooked. But I think he loses all his, 4 big games, right? He does play the Longhorns, so I hope you better lose against us. They lose their big games. Everybody writes it off as, hey, they're just getting the team together. And then the next year, they only win one more game. They lose 4, and then he's absolutely cooked. I think that's what's gonna happen. Hey, 5 games. had to one up you, but no. I hope I'm wrong though. Right? This is another thing that it would be as much as Lane Kiffin is very annoying. It would be a lot more fun if he's successful. It would just be fun football. You know what I mean? Just not successful against my Texas Longhorns. All right. Last thing, Falcons update. This one's going to be pretty quick. We're going to be in and out of here. I'm a little sleepy. You're in Oklahoma. Oh, I'm a Longhorn, dog. Hold up. Come on, dog. Yeah, you know what it is. Dog. Come on, dog. Now, this is what I will say. And this is a real thing, we don't hate the Sooners. Oh, no, sir. I will say we don't hate the Sooners as much as we hate the Aggies. The Aggies are 17,000 times worse than the Sooners. The Sooners and Horns, there's a bit of mutual respect there. But none of that, dog. None of that, dog. I don't want to hear it. Hey, Dr. Green might unsubscribe now that I show him. Not the Arch Manning hate. Come on, man. I'm gonna be pushing some nasty Arch Manning propaganda. You got to be there for it. But yeah, everybody does agree. See, that's where, as Oklahoma fans, you know what I mean. Hey, as Oklahoma fans, y'all didn't run away from the rivalry for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all because the Aggies did that. Aggies ran away from the smoke for 10 years, came back. We had to hunt their asses down, and now we beat their asses back to back. So do we hate the Lloyds or Achos more? No hate, not hate. Acho has worse takes though. My only thing is Sam Acho's a good person. The Aggie hate will have it's a whole nother living. UT doesn't have real football fans. We're about to. What are you talking about, son? Son, what are you talking about? We're not doing this, Dr. Green. Dr. Green, we're gonna have an Aggie Longhorn standoff. I mean, not Aggie Longhorn. We're gonna have a Sooner Longhorn standoff. I can't do it tonight. I gotta get to my little dude, but I'm telling you, we gonna get after it. Don't do that. We ain't gonna do that. But here we go. Let's get an update on Kevin Stefanski. It's good news for the Atlanta Falcons. If you like Tua Tagovailoa, that is. Bad news for the Browns fans that wanted Dylan Gabriel off the team. Whoa. That's a good point, Dr. Green. That's a good point, Dr. Green. Bad news for Browns fans who wanted Dylan Gabriel gone. Really good news for Atlanta Falcons fans that like Tua, because it seems that another quarterback has been added with Michael Penix and Tua Tagovailoa. That's going to be free agent quarterback Trevor Siemian. Now, Trevor Siemian is like 30-something years old. Like, he's old as dirt. I didn't even realize how old he was. The quarterback room is Michael Penix, Tua Tagovailoa, and Trevor Siemian. And currently, as it stands, it seems that Tua is the front runner to be the starter on week 1 for the Atlanta Falcons. This confirms a lot of things. Not only, obviously, as the Rise Up Ryan says, that sound you heard was the collective sigh coming from Cleveland because the Falcons will not be trading for Dylan Gabriel. So there was a lot of people linking Dylan Gabriel to the Atlanta Falcons because Kevin Stefanski was admittedly, openly, a big Dylan Gabriel guy. It doesn't seem like the trade's going to be happening anytime soon because Trevor Siemian is going to be there. But this strongly confirms what the quarterback competition is going to look like for the Falcons. It's going to be straight up Tua versus Michael Penix. And we are going to get a little bit of football trivia because respect to Trevor Siemian, right? I mean, there was a second there that people thought he was going to be the truth. You know what I mean? Do y'all remember this sidearm throw? First off, 7th rounder, right? So respect to him.
Motion to the left side.
Respect to him, 7th rounder. First play of the game, nasty little sidearm. Like, come on, man. Trevor Siemian, got to give him his respect. But Trevor Siemian does have not a great record. So Jalen Hurts is one of just 4 quarterbacks with 4+ interceptions and 5+ fumbles in their first 4 games of the season. Trevor Siemian, Marcus Mariota, and you know what's crazy? Matt Ryan. Everything comes back to connecting back to the Falcons. So Matt Ryan, Trevor Siemian, and Marcus Mariota are the only players, and Jalen Hurts are the only players to start their first 4 games with 4 interceptions and 5+ fumbles. So he has made some history for not great things. This, again, does in fact confirm no Dylan Gabriel, most likely, unless he going to join the practice squad. No Dylan Gabriel in Atlanta. And you have to wonder, man, did Kevin Stefanski leave his guy high and dry, right? Or maybe does somebody in the Browns organization really like Dylan Gabriel? Maybe that's the case. I don't know. I've heard some rumblings that Dylan Gabriel might actually be QB2, right? But other than that, right, you have to understand and really think about what's going to be happening next for the quarterback. They are happy with their quarterbacks. Kevin Stefanski genuinely believes Tua Tagovailoa can be that guy for the Falcons. Now, the last time we saw Tua play, the last time Kevin Stefanski saw Tua play, he got benched. Quinn Ewers had to come into the game. Like, it was one of the worst performances I had ever seen from a quarterback happened against the Browns. Kevin Stefanski saw it with his own eyes and still wanted him. But hey, it is what it is. Trevor Siemian, Michael Penix, and Big Tua. That's how we stand right now, and that's the quarterback room. So he gets a major update. Oh yeah, and by the way, congratulations to Joe Flacco, man. Yeah, congratulations to Joe Flacco. Hold up. We gotta give Joe Flacco his love, man. What y'all saying in the comments? I forgot about this. I almost forgot this, man. I come on now. I almost forgot about our guy Joe Flacco. He is officially signing a 1-year deal. So congratulations to Joe Flacco. He was also linked to potentially joining Kevin Stefanski too. He's gonna come back with the Bengals. I just want to read y'all some of. I'm recording this live. Before I get into the rest of these updates for the Falcons, because there are some good updates for the Falcons, I just want to read you some of the comments in my live chat because these folks is wilding just a little bit. All right, let me read some of this. He says, I don't think the Browns can give Dylan away. That's what Kasemi said. Intel Play says, Kevin used Dylan till he got his new comfy office chair, then tossed Dylan aside. Absolutely diabolical. Leanne says, I'm saying Kevin is whack for not grabbing his mans. I mean, you have to realize a top 100 pick, Xavier Watts was there. And it's so ironic because now Kevin Stefanski is on the Falcons, who has Xavier Watts. Xavier Watts was on the board when Dylan Gabriel got picked for the Browns. That's crazy. Dr. Green says, LMAO, we should see if Dylan has any eligibility left. Hey, I think he could come back and go crazy in college football, man. Trizzy says, damn, Trevor Siemian is still in the league. I don't know how Trevor Siemian is still in the league. By the way, Trevor Siemian is a great example of what I always tell y'all. The lifespan of a quarterback is so long. Like, while people want to dunk on Shedeur and all this other stuff, or whatever, or any back, I want to dunk on Justin Fields, that boy just got another contract. Like, for all of these busts and bad quarterbacks, Colt McCoy, like, all these players that are quote-unquote bad, they get paid millions of dollars for years. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I guess that's bad. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Shout out Trevor Siemian for still being in the league. Dr. Green says, I feel bad for Dylan. Honestly, that's real. That's real. He says, Dylan's leaving voicemails on Kevin's phone. Come get me, Kevin. Please come get me. Kevin doesn't need 3 left-handed quarterbacks. Maybe that's his fetish. Oh, my. All right, they're going crazy. They're going crazy. So I just wanted y'all to know that's what the live chat was saying about DG. But back to the Falcons updates, please. Everybody focus. This is a very positive thing. The Falcons already had one a Bijan Robinson. Now they add to their running back room with what's it called? Brian Robinson. What's his name? His name is Brian Robinson, right? Yes, Brian Robinson. Now Brian Robinson is notorious for getting shot and coming back. Super, like, one of the craziest re-intros of all time, him coming back as a Commanders running back, and they played many men because many men wished death upon him. They tried to kill this man. He's back. He's a short yardage guy. Did some good work there. With Tyler Algier signing in Arizona, Brian Robinson Jr. fills an essential spot in the Falcons backfield alongside Bijan Robinson. He's going to, obviously former 49ers. He rushed for over 2,700 yards, 612 yards receiving, and 22 total yards in 4 total NFL seasons. Again, he's going to be able to do some of the dirty work when, you don't want Bijan there, some short yardage stuff. Big, heavy guy that can get some of those short yardage stuff. It's pretty funny that you have 2 B. Robinsons, the fantasy people, not going to be fans of that. Now, let's talk about Tua, man. Let's talk about QB1. He was doing a lot of yapping. Tua has been doing a lot of yapping. I do want to point this out. Tua opened up his press conference saying that he has a really close relationship with Falcons wide receiver Drake London. Wait, let me finish this. He has a close relationship with Falcons wide receiver Drake London's girlfriend's dad. What does that mean, Tua? What does that mean? Anyway, it is what it is. Let's hear what QB1 in Atlanta has to say about the QB competition. Like Dr. Green said in the live chat, Tua is CTE patient number 1. But let's see what he's got going on. Let's hear it.
I would say you don't choose a team based off of whether I'm going to be starting or not. I think you look at the entirety of the group, right? As I was looking at the other teams, I knew I had to compete regardless of what that was going to look like. Coming here, I kind of know Mike a little bit based off of his relationship with my little brother as they were coming out for the draft. So in that sense, I kind of got in contact with Mike and whatnot, talked with him, and moving forward from there, competition is just a thing in the NFL. I am no stranger to competition, had it in college, and I would say competition is just going to be there, and competition enhances the play of everyone that you're surrounded with. And so, last year wasn't the best year for me, and I'm looking for a fresh start, but fresh start in the sense of being able to compete, being able to go back out there and playing football, good football, and I think the best football is still ahead of me.
Hey, man, he thinks the best football is still ahead of him. My God, my live chat is still going crazy on Dylan right now. All right, we're not going to indulge in that. I do want to address some of the things that he said. Obviously, shout out to the relationship between, I believe it's Tulia Tagovailoa, and congratulations to him. I believe he just signed with a USFL team. So shout out to Tulia Tagovailoa, Maryland legend. He did big things at Maryland. Did he transfer anywhere else? Did he just stay at Maryland? I forgot. I thought he transferred somewhere. Anyway, not the point. The biggest point here is, again, Tua had a lot to say. He was on like a Zoom call on his phone, so I don't know what was going on there. Let's listen to a little bit more of him, see if he has any more insight for us. My God, this boy got 5 pixels.
The competitor in you, do you expect to be the starting quarterback this year? And then the second part is, what made Atlanta the right move for you with other opportunities available?
Okay, we heard this one, so let's get to this next question.
Okay, Daniel Flick from AJC.
Yeah, I guess kind of on that note to it, just how much of a drive do you feel to kind of prove that you still have it in you after the way the last few years have been for you?
Yeah, I would say more so last year has been the biggest, setback that I felt wasn't up to par of what the standard of play should have been. Injuries happen. Those are things that we can't control as football players. But outside of that, the drive is there. I just think of the 12-year-old self, the 14-year-old self, 13-year-old self. What would that Tua say to the Tua now? I mean, it's a blessing for me to be in this position and this opportunity that I have to be able to play for, the Falcons and whatnot. But to be able to still live out my dream, that's not something that I take for granted. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
All right, Allison from WSB.
Hey, Tua. When we talk about, quarterbacks coming in, you are considered now the most veteran quarterback in this room right now. So I wanted to know kind of, how do you see that? Do you see yourself kind of as a mentor coming in, or because you are competing for that starting role, it's just all business? I mean, how can you maybe even help Michael?
Well, I look at myself when I was a rookie. And I was very grateful for the chance that I had with someone like Ryan Fitzpatrick. And for me, I think this is actually going to be my second year being what you would deem veteran of the room. Last year was actually my first year being the oldest in the room, with Quinn and Zach. So this being my second year, I think whatever I can do to help Mike's game will help me, because if I'm helping getting him better, it's helping me get better, vice versa, within helping the team get better. So I'm not looking at it as just, okay, you do your thing, I'm a competitor, I'm going to compete over here. Everyone has to pull their own weight with this, and it's the collection of what's best for the team, not just the individual. So I'm going to do all that I can to help him in whatever he needs with his game. And, by doing that, I hope it enhances his game to enhance mine and vice versa. And we keep growing and battling together in that sense.
Tua has not really said a lot of positive things that I've liked. His brain has been a little, you feel me? I got people in my live chat say he probably should have retired last season. I really appreciate the two things that he said. The first thing is, if right, as much as Tua turned the ball over is like a meme now, when Tua was coming out of college and it was his rookie year, obviously out of Alabama, right? And we're going to get to the Alabama point because Trizzy's making a good point in the live chat about the makeup of Nick Saban guys, the makeup of an Alabama type guy. And more importantly, with the Ryan Fitzpatrick situation, if you remember, this is a person who, in Ryan Fitzpatrick, who got a lot of, or let me reframe. Tua got a lot of criticism and maybe some ill will, and maybe the coaching staff had some ill will because Ryan Fitzpatrick, when Tua was when he was a rookie, Ryan Fitzpatrick was out there starting. He was doing his thing, and they eventually benched Ryan Fitzpatrick after he had won the locker room and all that stuff. And that really put Tua kind of on the back foot with the locker room, and then really on the back foot for his career. He went out into a team where they weren't really accepting him as the QB1. They wanted Ryan Fitzpatrick to be the guy. So the fact that he has the ability to look back on that moment and still say, hey, Ryan Fitzpatrick gave me a lot of positivity. He offered me a lot of grace, right? Ryan Fitzpatrick is probably one of the more well-respected people. Obviously, Harvard guy. You're the journeyman of quarterbacks, right? And I remember when that situation went down, I felt bad for Ryan Fitzpatrick for being benched, and I felt bad for Tua for being put in that situation. So for him to not only come out with that, but going back to the Alabama thing, the Nick Saban thing, right? Hey, no, I'm not coming in here to just compete or I'm just to block someone else's shine out. No. What I want to do is I want to ensure that whatever I do, I'm helping him to help me to help you, help everybody's helping to be great, right? That's a beautiful mindset to have, I think. And I think if you're an Atlanta Falcons fan, you've got to be excited that there is somebody that has that mindset. Now, this wouldn't be a Falcons update. Shout out to, by the way, shout out to Kevin Stefanski and the Falcons people. They were at the Georgia Pro Day. I have been again, as someone who lives in Georgia, I've been very critical of Atlanta Falcons for not just drafting every single Kirby Smart player. Like, I don't know why I haven't been doing that for the last, like, that should just be a no-brainer. However, shout out to them. They're at the Pro Day. Now, something we need to talk about, because my goodness, something happens crazy with the Falcons every week. Now, this one is not as serious as James Pierce or all that craziness with the assistant coach, but this is a little weird. I don't know. Does anybody remember Kobe Bryant? Kobe Bryant, he is cornerback from Kansas, former cornerback from Kansas. He was an undrafted free agent, got picked up by the Falcons, and he was on some streamers, I think Chibu and Caillou or something, and they were messing up the BNB, and he was absolutely wilding.
It don't matter, y'all niggas childish. Y'all niggas are childish. You're childish. Nigga don't like you, fool. I will slap you in my soul, you childish. I don't like you. I don't like you, fool. Stop being childish. It's y'all two playing. Every time y'all put a fucking hole in the wall and then put $150 in the Airbnb. What you talking about? What you talking about? It's you, fool. It's you, fool. You childish. It's him, gang. I'm telling you. No, I'm saying you still have to pay.
Hey man, I don't know why professional athletes need to stop hanging around these streamers, dog.
Stop! You hear me hella times. Stop! You hear me? Stop! You hear me? Whoa. The wall. Dad, stop. Let's go. Stop playing, cuz. He hit me twice. Bro, come on, go get out, fool. Before I get hot, fool. Bro, he hit me twice. Come on, man. Fuck y'all nigga tripping, move, cuz. Before I get hot in this hole, my mama. Y'all nigga tripping. Y'all nigga tripping. God. Cut that shit off. Bro, stop. Bro, stop. Bro, I don't feel you mad, cuz. I don't give a fuck. I don't know you like that. I don't give a fuck.
All right, I don't know what is even going on. I don't know what's going on. The more I watch this, I gotta be honest with you. I think I'm on Kobe Bryant's side. I gotta be real with you. The more I watch this, it seems like the streamers had a little too much dip on their chip. They put a hole in the wall. I saw a video they called some random person on the street to come fix it. It's nasty business, man. But hey, good week for the Falcons, right? You don't get Joe Flacco, you do get Trevor Siemian, you don't get Dylan Gabriel, but you do get Brian Robinson. Hey man, let's give Kevin Stefanski. Come on now. Yeah, the furniture is being moved. It's too much. It's too much. Professional athletes, stop hanging around these streamers. Kevin Stefanski, good week. Nobody got arrested, right? I think y'all are doing a good job. Y'all are out the Georgia Pro Day. Lots of positives that happened there. That is your update for the Falcons. Congratulations to Joe Flacco. 2 is probably QB1. Congratulations to Trevor Siemian. All that in a bag of chips. Y'all be great. We'll see you next time. Like the video if you like it. Dislike if you don't. Subscribe if you like. And we'll next time. Peace. All right. Guys, I got to be honest with y'all. Can I be honest with y'all? I'm tired. My baby apparently woke back up. I got to walk him to sleep. This was too much. I'm too old for this. All this, the Kobe Bryant stuff, I'm too old for this. I gotta be honest. What's going on, Just a Girl? I didn't even know he was still signed to Atlanta. Yeah, he is still signed to Atlanta. You want me to clap for Kevin? I can't do that after 6 years. I respect it. I am mad at you. But no, this is a dope stream day. 2 hours, man. Trizzy, dog, this was fun. We yapped. We did a little bit of film. We did a little bit of this. We did a little bit of that. We had a good time. We talked about our guy Oscar Delp. I'm excited about that video coming out. You got we still got not the Huff. What's his name? Ted Hurst video coming out. I owe y'all some film breakdowns this weekend. Y'all was going crazy in the chat. Y'all was distracting me while I was trying to record my videos, dog. I was trying to record my video. Y'all was hilarious in the chat. Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Stream was fired. Dr. Green, I appreciate you too. You was in here putting down some ball knowledge and making people crack up too. Trizzy, Nisa, Leanne, Just a Girl, Intel Plays, all y'all. Hope y'all have a phenomenal night. I do got to wrap it up. I got to go attend to my guy. But y'all have been the best. Everybody who donated, thank you. New members, thank you. Some more FUD, thank you. One Ohio Dog, all of y'all, appreciate it. If you donated, if you're just here, if you just gave me your eyeballs and your ears, I appreciate that so much. Please be blessed. Have a great night. We will see you again Tuesdays and Thursdays. Those are Teens Days, man. I'll see Thursdays. Thursday, 7:30. Every Tuesday and Thursday, Tings owes you a stream. This weekend, Tings owes you 2 film breakdowns. If I'm not there, you better unsubscribe. But for real, y'all be